So, welcome to my channel. If you're subscribed, thank you very much. If you're not, consider it. And you can leave a comment, share if you like this video. For those of you who have subscribed to my channel, you know it. There's nothing but dive videos here. It's the first time you're hearing me speak. Underwater is the only place you'll find me all over this channel, as well as everyone else, usually. I've been posting diving videos. This is a diving channel, and I decided I could serve the dive community better by taking this into another route and doing reviews. I will be posting similar content to the videos that I've been posting before. Now I'll be handling the YouTube channel for the place where I'm working, called Discovery Divers here in Koh Samui, Thailand, and I'm very excited about that. I'll be putting all my efforts, most of my efforts, into that channel and making that grow. If you're a subscriber here, please go there and subscribe. Maybe I've met some of you on the boat and we've dove together. If so, leave a comment, give me a holler, and I'll be happy to respond, and hopefully I'll catch you in the future and we'll go diving again. Some of you I may have met in the Maldives while I was there for 4 years, and the rest, maybe you found me through the YouTube algorithm, or we dove in the Mediterranean, or we're just friends, or whatever that case may be, family. Guys, thank you for subscribing and checking out my video. Now, move that out of the way. Gotta cool this thing down. This camera overheats a lot, so I need to get used to doing this and finding a little system or routine. Let me get to the nitty-gritty. I've decided to start my first review with a product that we like to refer to as our best friend on the water, and that would be our dive computer. And more specifically, I'll be doing the first review on the Apple Watch Ultra. I've had this one since the inception, since it was released on the market, and before the app actually dropped that you have to subscribe to in order to access all the dive features. I think that that's not fair. We pay enough for this thing. It's already functioning as a dive computer. You can't just magically install that capacity or capability, those sensors and everything. It goes through a lot of laboratory testing before they release it on the market. But it is what it is. There's a liability thing going on there because Apple doesn't specialize in diving. So whatever their partnership is, we have to subscribe for them to unlock the diving feature. And there's 4 options. You can go with the daily, the weekly, the monthly, or the yearly subscription. I'll go over the things that I consider to be negatives and the things that I consider to be positives with this watch in segments. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a diving instructor, and I am working in the dive industry since 2017 officially. I became a dive master in 2016, but I wasn't working as one. I became an instructor the next year here in Discovery Divers, and then I went to the Maldives for 4 years. Came back here after doing a season in Greece. Well, I went back. Anyways, I've done most of my diving here in Thailand and in the Maldives. The rest has been recreational diving mostly. And like I said, a little season in Greece, and that accounts for a couple thousand dives. I'm somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000. That's a lot of dive hours. I've had quite a few equipment that I can go over and make other videos for on this channel. And I want to pride myself on doing in-depth reviews with products that I've gotten to know a bit before actually giving you my take on them. This one, I've gotten to know quite a bit. It's been over a year and a half. Before this one, I had the Shearwater Teric, which is an amazing computer as well. I might do a review on that one at a later point. And the Suunto D9TX. This computer here has impressed me with regards to the build quality, but there are a few things, like I said, that I do find to be negatives. The issue that I was having with the subscription had to do with it not registering properly. And there were some bugs to work out in the beginning, I believe. After July of 2023, I never had any problems with a couple updates that they released for Apple Watch and the software updates. It would tell me that I needed to subscribe after I was already subscribed, and it wouldn't let me resubscribe. Out of frustration, I tried to just pay again, and it would tell me, no, you are already subscribed. So I was stuck in a furious loop there that was very frustrating. I do different things to actually make it work again, including deleting everything, the account and all. That's why I lost a lot of the diving, a lot of my dive profile. The last time I did that was right before it started to log without problems to this day. It was an ongoing issue. I signed up in the beginning for the monthly, and every month it would say that it expired, even after I registered for this yearly subscription. It stopped doing this every month. It was an ongoing issue. It stopped doing this, but it was frustrating at the time. The next thing, and one leads to the other thing that I don't like too much with this computer is, just like some other dive computers, if you're in snorkel mode and you use it, or if by mistake you go into snorkel mode with me, it would put me in snorkel mode because my subscription would expire and it would automatically be in snorkel mode while I was assuming it's fine. It locks for 24 hours. And if you dive within those 24 hours again, if you jump in the water, it will reset the 24 hours. I've met divers who thought their computers were broken because of that, and they're not. You just have to give it a rest, let it recalibrate. Shearwater Terek doesn't do that, thankfully. That's one of the computers that I love, and that's one of the small details that I like. If you're a pro, it probably happened to you at some point. I'll say the other issue that I had with this red flag was one glitch where at 19 meters it got stuck and it didn't budge. It stayed on 19 as I was ascending. My other dive computer, D9TX Sunto, it was registering my ascent, and at 11 meters it snapped back into function. So that was a big red flag. I thought maybe I did something wrong, but I hadn't. I thought I was witnessing the death of the computer, maybe salt corrosion, crystallization spreading into the chips, which, by the way, you should always freshwater rinse all your electronics after you get out of seawater. Some people don't know any better, and they believe because it's waterproof, everything's fine, and a month later, because of that day where they didn't freshwater rinse it, that salt dried, started spreading. If it gets inside, it will damage your chips. It'll make your device start acting buggy, like you'd think you'd have a virus because some apps start opening magically, or it turns on and off and then suddenly just dies. And that's usually due to salt water corrosion. So with that in mind, those were the two biggest issues that I had with it. Another one, this action button here, used to be bright orange, now it's faded. Yeah, that shows the use that I've put into it. That action button, you can program it to any app that you'd like, most apps. And I had it programmed to the Dive Oceanic app, and you just press it, it goes straight to it and fit ready to dive. I noticed that it happened twice to me. One time, well, I had pressed it, got to the back of the boat. When I jumped, started going down, fit and ready to dive, wouldn't work. I stayed in that mode, and luckily I had a backup. It did it again a few days later, and I decided to never access the app like that again. I just scroll to it using the bezel and make sure I see the blue screen. It's bright green if it's snorkel, but the blue means start scuba. So Those are the main negatives that I have to say about this watch and my experience with it. The disclaimer Apple gives you in the beginning, you should heed. They tell you don't count on this as your primary, your only dive computer. You can use it as a backup or have a backup. And that is highly recommended. And I did follow those instructions, so I never found myself in a situation that I couldn't manage because I always kept a backup. So yeah, all dive computers eventually fail. There are electronic devices, and Shearwater Terra will tell you in the manual, it's the first thing they tell you, all dive computers eventually fail. So keep that in mind. Don't expect a timeless functionality. Now, a charge time is about an hour and change for a full day, you can say. I do 2 dives a day usually, and after those 2 dives and a full day, I usually need to put it to charge. Oh, I always put it to charge. I don't like to sleep with anything on my wrist anyways. They're bulky. For me, it's a nice fit. I like it. But yeah, it has plenty of battery at the end of the day, but it does need a charge to give you another full day. The build quality, I'd say, is amazing. I'm very impressed. The titanium frame, and this is sapphire glass. The strap here has these ridges, so it doesn't just slip off. You'll feel it going through the threads. It'll vibrate. It has the 2 loops, so this is the security one. If it comes off of that and manages to get off of the pin, classic style pin that goes through the holes of the strap, if it comes off that, once it starts going through the second, you will feel it vibrating on your wrist. Okay, so that's really nice. And once you put it through the second one, it really tightens up in there and locks. Yeah, so usually if that one comes off, you'll notice, and if the second one starts coming off, you'll feel it vibrate on your wrist. That's really practical and smart. It's also very flexible. It's like a rubbery silicone material. I think it's ergonomic. And it doesn't get sweaty and smelly like a fabric would. This is designed as the dive strap. And I use it, I've switched it, and I went back to it. I like it. The Oceanic app, I like it. It's practical. It gives you all the information you need for your diving. It gives you a chart of your dive profile. You can adjust for mixes. You can adjust your partial pressure. It has a new feature where you can import your videos for color correction. And it also has something there for the housing that you can buy, I guess, for your iPhone. I guess they make a specific one for the Oceanic app. I want to check that out and review it. So keep me in mind if you're out there and you're offering these products for reviews. Or maybe I'll just grab one at some point. This watch also has an SOS feature for emergency. If you're off grid, that's awesome. That's amazing. And I understood it works with 2 satellites. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'd say that's really awesome. It also has a alarm for people to hear you. I forgot what decibel it goes to, but if you're a diver, usually your equipment, if you don't know this, well, you can check for it. Usually on your deflator hose, there'll be a whistle. That whistle is much louder than this. I recommend you use that in an emergency situation to alert a boat and not waste the battery in case you resort to using that SOS. Don't waste the battery with the alarm. You can actually save time, save life on the device that can save you. I'd also like to include that this is very well built. I put it through a decent amount of stress, wear and tear. I lug tanks on and off the boat every day, anywhere between 30 to 100, depending on how many boats are going out. And I'm always hands-on, and I don't take this off. I might turn it in, but yeah, the sapphire glass is really tough. It's banged many times, and it's impeccable underneath this gel. It has some bubbles on the edge, but that's not a big deal. It's just the gel cover. You can see it still looks pretty good. It looks nice. I'd say good job, Apple, on the build quality. So I'd like to wrap this up. Look out for my future videos. I'll be doing some reviews, and if you have any suggestions, recommendations for products that you'd like to see me review, or if you are a brand affiliate or some sort, you can send me some stuff, some fins, mask, BCD, whatever you want. I have tested maybe other computers. I'm going to set a standard of 20 hours that I'll put into circulation of use for each item. That way you have an in-depth review. That should take me about a month to upload a video with a nice review. I'll put 20 official hours on whatever product that is, however many dives that might take, and I'll keep that consistent with my reviews. This one has, I don't remember if I mentioned this, I've done a few takes. This one has 496 dives, and it started logging July 2023 up until today, June 20th, 2024. Before that, I lost all the dives, but I was diving from December 2022 up to July 2023. You can say if I took 500 to do almost a year, maybe let's give it between 200 to 300, being shy. And I think that's quite an impressive amount of diving for this. Actually, it was someone on the boat who suggested that I do this review, and that made me actually consider starting a channel. I was already doing a lot of dive videos. Many people have asked me about this watch and what I think about it. I had a speech that was already programmed about, well, as I explained to you, many of those points I used to explain to my customers, the negatives, a couple of the positives. Someone told me they really found it informative and that I should probably post that because people might appreciate it, being that I'm a diving instructor and I put many hours into it. So I hope it's been useful and informative for you. And I hope it helps you make a decision on whether this is the right product for you or not. I'd like to do that with other products as well. So please, yeah, put some suggestions in the comments if there's anything that I missed on this. If there's anything else you'd like to know, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to answer you directly. If enough questions come up, I'll make a whole new video and address them. Otherwise, I'm looking for how I can end this video, and I'm coming up with a little slogan, trademark. Tell me what you think. Happy bubbles on your bubbly escapes. Happy bubbles on your bubbly escapes. Tell me if you like it. If you have a better one, let me hear it. I'm up for a laugh too. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, thank you very much. I hope it's been helpful, and look out for the next videos coming up, next reviews. I don't know how the lighting is, but I'm working on this. This is the first video that I'm making of many. I tried to do a few takes on this. They didn't work out. Camera kept overheating. I'm in Thailand and it's either too bright. Oh, I'll get this right eventually. Trust me, I'll get it right. But thank you very much for your time. Subscribe if you haven't, please. Share this video. If I dove with you before, please leave a comment, say hello. I'd be happy to hear from you. Let me know where you are in the world. If I haven't, maybe we'll meet one day. Maybe you'll come out here, we'll dive together. And maybe we'll catch each other on the water sometime. All right. Have a good one. Happy bubbles on your bubbly escapes. Farewell. Till next time.